Hey everyone, thanks for joining me here. We're going to take a quick look at LPT. Before we do, we look at Bitcoin first. And by the way, I hope you're having an amazing day like I am. And let's take a quick look here at Bitcoin, kind of see what's going on. And it's hard not to have an amazing day when Bitcoin is back up over the 50-day simple moving average on the 4-hour chart. It's fantastic. We love to see that. And big picture, just so you know, 63,000 is an approximate support level here. That was a previous one-day candlestick close for resistance, so it's new support. And of course, 65,000 potential resistance here as well. So we're probably going to see the price trend between 63 to 65 for a little while. I wouldn't be surprised though, however, if 65,000 is broken this weekend, just based on the fact that the price looks like it's going to be progressing up. We are making higher highs and higher lows in the 4-hour chart for right now, so that's a very good sign. But all in all, Bitcoin's in good shape. And just before we look at LPT, just want to let you know, of course, not a financial advisor. This is for educational purposes only, but that's not just a disclaimer. That's just kind of letting you know the facts. I love to educate people and help them become better traders. So hopefully you can learn a thing here or two today. And if not, you want maybe more of a hands-on approach, I've got a trading community. You can check that out in your own time where I send out signals for every single trade that I take. And it's a really awesome experience because you can kind of see what it's like to be, in the day in the life of a trader and also be able to interact with one too, right? Why not? It's not a bad thing. So take a look here at LPT first and foremost. Let's go ahead and go to the one-day chart first. We work our way down. So I got the Fibonacci retracement lines, of course, here up based on its most recent low and also the most recent high, right? So that's kind of the range that we're working within. You can see the price is consolidating perfect right around that support level at about $59. So LPT is looking very good here. I think it's going to try to ramp up again. We'll take a closer look at that, of course, but everything's pretty standard here. We've got the RSI, the 70, basically the 70 is working as a support level here, which is concurrent with $59 on the chart. So you'll see this happen a lot, excuse me, where the RSI actually correlates with a support and resistance level on the chart. In other words, $59 right now is a support level, therefore 70 on the RSI is a support level too. It's essentially what we're looking at. So it's a good sign to see that. We'd like to see that. Now moving on to the 4-hour chart, let's go ahead and take a quick peek. The 50-day simple moving average is working its way up, so it's creating more support around 52 to 59 range. So if we were to lose the current support level at 59, we can kind of expect the 50-day SMA to hold the price action up right around $52. Okay, so all good things there on the 4-hour chart. We've also got 50 working as a support level in the RSI. Potential MACD convergence here. We want to keep a close eye on this here because obviously with the MACD coming upwards, we can see that the price is likely to continue to swing in an upward fashion, right? So what we want to do is we want to look at the 1-hour chart and see if the Ishimoku cloud is kind of communicating with that. And if so, then this would maybe be considered a good buy signal. But I do like the fact that the price kind of resisted out here at $75, gives us a better opportunity to kind of get back in around 65. So all in all, that's a very normal, very good price action. I like to see that, because it did ramp up pretty significantly here, right? I mean, look at that. That's about almost 25% in 2 hours. Quite a lot. So take a quick peek at the cloud. All right. So this is good and bad. Not terrible, of course, but the fact of the matter is price is above the cloud. Now that's above the cloud. The secondary line here is basically considered a support, right? So we are still looking pretty good. What I want to do is set an alert, of course, and see roughly when the price gets closer to about $66. That way, once it does, consider taking entry at that position because that's closer to not only when the actual price will be back above the cloud, but more importantly, we might actually have MACD convergence occurring right around that time as well. Okay, so all in all, good stuff here. In fact, probably what I'll do is I'll make it 67 just to be safe because the price is going to be kind of coming close here because I want to keep an eye on this one here. But the bottom line is what I like to do in scenarios like this is I like to buy closer to support, which is where the price is currently trending. Furthermore, we also want to make sure that the price is above the cloud. So if another 4 hours from now we see the price above the cloud here, it'd be an excellent sign to buy. And furthermore, we might actually see that MACD convergence occurring shortly after. But right now it's kind of just retracing pretty significantly considering it increased very fast. 25% in 1 hour is no joke. You've got to, you're going to need to kind of consolidate from there. Because if you were to kind of take a Fibonacci retracement from this, just to say this little time frame here, you can see the price is going to start consolidating somewhere close to about 65 to 67. It's really standard for the 0.5 on Fibonacci retracement to be the normal consolidation state. So I think we can expect it to kind of consolidate, I would say around 66, 67. And once it does, and we're back above the cloud, we'd be in good shape to go ahead and take entry. It wouldn't even hurt to consider taking entry now, just that I feel like it might come down a little bit lower. And we want to make sure not to, Obviously, you can't buy you can never find the bottom, but for the most part, the closer to the bottom is essentially closer to the support level, which is right here at about 65.65. So LPT is in really good shape here. Just bear in mind it did ramp up pretty hard, so it'd make more sense to kind of buy close to this support level, because a lot of times coins, when they do this, they'll increase up, right? They'll consolidate, increase up the next major resistance, consolidate, kind of make this nice little healthy, up down pattern. It's like a jagged staircase, and it works very well. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see that here from LPT, because as you can see before, when it ramped up and it came back down, it was able to come down and bounce right within this support and resistance channel. So if all goes well, the price bounces here, it maybe even tops out there, or perhaps even goes up to about 87. Either way, you're looking at a pretty decent gain, right? That's about 10% right up to about 74. If you get all the way up to 87, that's about 30%. So all good things here for LPT. I like this for sure. But good news is, here's a cool takeaway. $59 is a really strong support level, right? So the likelihood of the price continuing down is fairly low compared to the option for this to kind of continue upwards, right? This is more likely to increase than it is to decrease. Okay, so all in all, good stuff there. Let's look at the big picture here and see what the best case scenario would be here for LPT. In other words, if the price were to, again, increase, because we're looking at November 5th to the 9th. So in 4 days, it traveled upwards of about 229%. So to get that same kind of gain, right, over here, I would say we'd probably see within next week as a potential, if the all-time high can be broken right at about $102, then I would say that somewhere in the range of 158 is likely. But I think that's a better, more extreme case scenario. I'd more realistically say that month end we'll see that. That'd be roughly about 2 weeks out. But it is potential for this to happen the next week based on the fact that it's already shown that it can do that in 1 week's time. In fact, 4 days, it took 4 days to increase that much. That's significant growth. But keep in mind too, it takes longer for it to recover, which is why we're seeing a long period of consolidation right now. So with this next leg up here, if we were to get one, that would be a good sign that the all-time high could very well be broken, and we might be in really good shape. So again, all good things here for LPT. I don't see anything that's bearish whatsoever. I'm definitely bullish on LPT for the moment. So I think all in all, we're looking very good. We just want to wait for this price to consolidate a little bit further, because we're right at around a, we just got a reset for TD sequential. So there's a good chance we might see, I don't know, somewhere around 5 to 10 hours of consolidation here. But the key takeaway is that once the price is above the cloud, we're going to be in really good shape. So literally 5 hours from now, the price will be in the cloud if it consolidates right where it's at. It's a good sign. Okay, well, and what that does, that just gives us extra confirmation that we're moving in the right direction, right? If the price can hold above that cloud, then we're going to be good. If it breaks below, then it might be considered essentially a sell signal to go short, or just to add to your position back down around 59 if it keeps going down. Wouldn't be terrible if it did. So hopefully you found benefit here. Thank you so much for joining me. If you're not currently a patron, consider subscribing. Rates are increasing month in, so it would be recommended to kind of lock in those rates now. But either way, I really appreciate you watching nonetheless, regardless of what you do. Thank you so much for your support at whatever level you are supporting me. So thank you so much again to my patrons. I love and value you very much. Greatly appreciate it. Look forward to seeing everyone in the next video. Have a great rest of your day. Take care.